And we're recording.
I see it. By attending this meeting, you consent to being recorded. So no, we've been talking about offline. Welcome to another episode of Who's Your Nerds Podcast with Chris and Chris. So far,
You got another Chris cast.
Yes.
For now.
We've been talking about like dating and stuff and spending money and not wanting to. And so we talk about bringing money. What do you bring to the table of dating, right? Whether it be job, financial security. Do you want to spend money on someone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So I've been divorced 5 years this October, right?
For some reason, I thought you were going to say I've been divorced 5 times.
No,
I was like, Chris, that's not right.
No. So in that time, there has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 different women, right? Who have either essentially chosen somebody else over me, right?
Yes.
Now, 1 or 2, you could say, okay, well, they found, maybe they just want money or they're just stupid. But 7, it makes a person want to look at themselves and go, what don't I bring to the table? And I've asked them.
You don't bring a haircut.
This is before the haircut, dude. This is before the hair. This is before needing a haircut. This is with the haircut, nice, clean shaving, go out of your way, show them that you like them kind of situation. So, which probably led to the non-haircut because it doesn't matter anymore. So, what am I bringing to the table that is not attractive to them? So I look at myself and I go, and they all say the same. I'm like, what? Why won't you date me? What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. That's what they all say.
You asked for like an after action report.
I have asked 2 of them. Why? I asked them that question, honestly. 2 different, and they said, I'm like, what's wrong with me? And they said the same thing. There's nothing wrong with you.
No, that's girl sign for there is something wrong with you.
Oh, I think, well, sometimes it's money, sometimes because, maybe I don't have tattoos or maybe I don't
think it would be tattoos.
Maybe I don't have that danger side, So
the je ne sais quoi.
So, after you look at reflection, I'm like, I bring a lot to the table, I think. I'm not an idiot. I don't go out and bar. At my age, I could still be going out and partying and going to bars.
I know plenty of guys your age going out and causing trouble partying.
Yeah, there sure are. I could be doing that. And maybe that's what they want. I don't know. So, I don't care. And hence you get the beard and not wearing contacts and growing your hair out because you don't care anymore. Because it doesn't matter. Huh?
So contacts.
I haven't worn my contacts in probably 6 months.
It really keeps telling me to get contacts, and I don't. And I just keep saying no.
I've got 3 pair. I need to go get an eye exam to get more, but I don't wear contacts anymore. I don't want to do. I have no desire.
I just don't want to put them in. Like I don't want to say I'm scared, but
I've had them since I was 14. So
old.
Yeah. That's when you only have 1 pair, and you had to make them last 2 years, which was crazy. But
now you can get them like every 3 months or something like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they only last like 2 or 3 weeks. You can make them last a month, but that I don't care. And so haircut or no haircut, shaving, no shaving, glasses, contacts, it's all the same. It doesn't matter. So I don't care anymore. If somebody wants to like me, they gotta like me the way I am now, and then maybe I'll clean up.
They gotta like Chris for who Chris is.
That's right. I'm not doing it. I'm not going out of my way, buying food, baking cookies. I'm done doing that shit. I won't do it no more. I can take cookies downtown to the Charlie station.
You know what? You just need a man.
So.
Because it sounds like you just need a man.
7 women, and they all like. One went back to her husband. I get that kind of. Other one likes shitty guys. The other one of them, I don't want to. If it could ruin our friendship. Are you kidding me? Do you know who you're talking to? One
Which
of
one
the few
was went
people.
back to her husband? Was that Lowe's girl?
No, no. Um, do you not know who I talk to like on a regular basis that
Me
I've been
or
divorced from for 12 years? And you're
you
worried
talking
about
about me?
you're worried about dating ruining our friendship.
Oh, you're talking about okay. I see what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about. Do I not know who you're talking about? I was
No.
like, no, no.
Does this person who's worried about ruining your friendship, do they not know who I'm friends with?
Nope.
They do.
And
They know.
that's a different story if they don't know who you are, and
Right.
you were dating.
That's why I don't care. That's why I did the Star Wars bedroom, and I don't need
You
a
know,
haircut.
you need a race car bed. I've wanted a race car bed since I was like 8.
I would love a race car bed, but they're small. I need like a custom
You're right.
built race car bed.
Kimberly and I were like on the fence of getting like a queen or a king size bed, and we decided on a queen because the king size is just too big.
Oh yeah, kings are. I don't mind a king.
Oh, I want a king. It's just like right now we just don't need that big.
Short story. Me
We're
and
not.
Gina, when me and Gina were dating, me and her and her sister went to Tampa, and we stayed the night there, right? And we got a room with a king size bed, and we all three slept in the same bed. I slept in the middle. Nothing happened. But that's how big that
Dang,
king
but
size
you,
was.
if you know what, you're a guy, and I can only imagine where your mind was half the night.
Oh yeah, it was torture, honestly. But
Every scenario through your head, like I could try this and see if
yeah,
this happens, or I could try this, or you know what, maybe they'll wake me up. Maybe they're talking like sisterly
yeah,
talk, and maybe they'll wake me up in the middle of the night,
yeah, it's not happening. But
and then you woke up to with nothing.
so now I got two weddings in a week, and no date, and
You could always ask what's her name that you went to Derek's wedding with.
sh- she's part of the problem. She's one of the problem.
I know. Hey, it's me. She's the problem.
She's a major problem. I don't. I mean, I'll probably see her. I don't know. Me and Josie talked about going to Strawberry Festivals this weekend. So if I run into her, I'd run
Ah,
into her there.
dang it! I want to go to the straw. I miss the strawberry like shortcake. Oh, it's so good.
But Josie don't. She said she had some plans with some friends of hers, and she doesn't really see people that often, other than me. So I encourage her um, to go with her friends. So um, she said she didn't know yet. She said she'd keep me updated. That was Saturday. So if she doesn't go, I'm not going. I'm not. I'm not going to go down there by myself because I don't go anywhere by myself except to Lowe's or the movies. But I
Did you
figure
know? So hold on. I was looking at the discounts we get from Ascension. We get 40% off movie tickets to AMC.
really.
Yeah, go to our HR site and it's like I can
Yeah, but
send
you
you
need
a
to get points.
but 40% off.
I want
That's
points.
better. Do
Why?
you
I get free drink or free popcorn.
do you have the which do you have the like the $20 a year or whatever
Uh huh.
one?
It just came out. It was 15.
I thought about getting A list.
I
But I was
keep
like,
it.
I don't go to enough movies.
I will once. Like I think coming up soon, I'll be starting to go to movies. I do want to see The Strangers. If Josie don't go to Strawberry Festival with me, I'll probably go to the movie on Friday.
I want to see Alien Romulus. I might go by myself to that one.
But between school, having to pay taxes this year, and trying to
If you
figure
no,
out life, I'm just mentally shattered. I tried to go to sleep last night without anything on,
hmm
because I'm
like a
always
normal
playing.
person.
Yes, impossible.
Oh, I'm the same way. I am in the kitchen right now, so let me know if I get a little staticky. Um, but no, I go. You know how I fall asleep half the night, half the time sometimes.
Hmm.
I watch old like Vine on like YouTube. I don't
I
know why. Vine puts me to sleep. I used to watch Futurama used to put me to sleep every night, but I don't want to watch Futurama on my phone. I'd rather watch it on. I used to watch it on my iPad. I used to fall asleep with my iPad on my bed. But I don't feel like doing that anymore.
Twilight Zone will put me straight to sleep.
Twilight Zone. Why Twilight Zone?
I don't know. I mean, I watch them and I get really sleepy. So I love the old Twilight Zones.
That's you. So everybody falls asleep to their own thing. So
I have to listen to audiobooks usually or podcast, like a true crime podcast.
For me, I used to have to fall asleep to like music, but then for some reason it hit me one night that this is kind of like, why do I have to fall asleep to music? And then I switched to and then I would fall asleep like without music, and then I switched to Futurama.
Oh no, I've got to have a. YouTube has audiobooks. I got audiobooks from Libby. So
if you pay for Spotify, you can get audiobooks.
Well, we do. I'm on Josie's plan. She's on Spotify, but they're only certain audiobooks. They're not all.
I know they're not all on there.
And then, but that's where I listen to, like I listen to conspiracy theories, and Infamous America. I listen to those podcasts.
I am on a conspiracy theory, like on my feed. I'm on like conspiracy theory. It's like flat Earth is like the big thing right now, and it's just like I don't think I'm dumb enough to believe half of this shit.
Right.
I think the reason I'm on it is because when it comes up, I watch it all because I'm just like dumbfounded. And I think that's the problem. I need to like skip it when it comes on instead of sitting there watching it because I'm so dumbfounded. It confuses me so much how people can believe certain, like some of these conspiracy theories. Yeah, I want to believe certain ones, but then there's other ones. It's like, like I don't know what one that keeps coming up. Like I said, flat Earth, and then I don't know how people believe in the flat Earth anymore. Like you can fly up in the sky and get it and see the curvature. But no, the other one that I keep getting for some reason is like 9/11 stuff. And I've given up trying to like convince these people. Like I used to argue, but I've kind of given up on it.
That 9/11 was an inside job.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder after a while.
I mean, it makes you wonder, but a lot of like it was. Do I believe it was like? I kind of believe it, kind of how I believe Pearl Harbor. I believe it was known that it was going to happen, and they didn't do much to stop it. They didn't do anything to stop it.
Like they ignored the warnings.
Yes, that's what I believe. I think they ignored the warnings to let it happen.
If all those guys were on the terror list, how did they get on planes?
Because they weren't that strict back then.
And can you really take over a plane with box cutters?
Yeah, it's sharp.
I know it's sharp. I've used a box cutter before, but then again, it's a box cutter. I'm pretty sure I could kick somebody in the balls with a box cutter and they're going to drop the box cutter.
Well, that's my thing also. It's like no one stood up to fight these guys. But also, this was kind of the days of, they're just going to land the plane somewhere and extort money. That was the big thing about, hijackers back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The only 9/11 conspiracy theory that I'm kind of, big on is that the one that crashed in the field in Pennsylvania, I believe that was shot down by a.
I think it was shot down too. I agree with that. I think. It was shot down.
Do I want to believe that that these loyal Americans, these patriots, stood up and fought? Of course, I want to believe that, but do I think it happened? No, I think an F-16 or F-15 shot down.
I agree.
Because those planes went up with weapons, and apparently some of them came back missing missiles.
Well, there you go.
Granted, only one missile would be what you need to take it down, but they might have shot one or two missiles.
And also, why did that other building fall? Why did Building 7 fall?
It could have been hit by debris as it fell.
Yeah, but could that much debris really take a whole building down?
I don't know. Popular Mechanics did like a whole thing a while back of debunking every
I
conspiracy theory.
know, but like they
So-
announced that building fell in like Europe before that building fell.
That's the only suspect one. And also, the floor where the planes hit was like where they were investigating where like what over $1 trillion of military money went missing.
Really? Well, that's what they said. There was a lot of stuff in Building 7, and that's why it went down. Kind of like, I don't believe that a nut job built that bomb in Oklahoma City.
Or I don't think
Not without help. I think he had.
Or-
I think he had Middle Eastern help building that bomb.
Also, I don't think one guy shot Kennedy.
No, I don't either. But I don't think that some crazy guy was mad about Ruby Ridge and what you call it, Waco. So he decided to build a bomb and blow up a FBI building in Oklahoma City. Ain't there FBI buildings everywhere? Why did he choose Oklahoma City?
Maybe he had the worst defense. Every big city has an FBI building. Every capital city and every big city.
Right. So why did he pick Oklahoma City?
Maybe that's where he lived. I don't know.
He's from Minnesota.
Well, I don't know.
See.
Maybe he had some significance.
They say that the FBI building was full of files that was pertaining to the Clintons going to jail for all their wrongdoings. That's the theory behind it.
Just a reminder, Kris and I have no intention of killing ourselves.
No, none whatsoever.
I do not intend on killing myself. If I ended up with suicided, it was the Clintons.
But where's the security camera that shows the guys, both two people getting out of the car or the truck, right? Why would also the explosion in the bomb in the truck would not, the blast pattern, and this has been tested, the blast pattern would not have brought the whole face of that building down. It would have left a huge crater in the floor, in the ground, but it wouldn't have disintegrated the whole front of a building. And if you watch the local news, actually you watch any news on that day, they have to be evacuated because there were bombs found in the building.
I need to watch a documentary on that.
There's a bunch of them out there. I got a book about it too. It's called The Third Terrorist. That was written by a news reporter that covered the story in Oklahoma City, and she was finding all this stuff out, and they would not let her report on it. So she wrote a book about it. It's really good.
Did she get suicided?
No, she didn't. There was another guy that got suicided though, but she did it. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff.
This was not supposed to be a conspiracy theory episode.
Plus, I do have a question. So, the ATF in Waco, right? They knew
the ATF is a criminal organization.
Okay,
they
so
just like to shoot dogs. Give guns to cartels. Sorry, I had to say it.
They knew David Krish's patterns, right?
Sure.
They knew what he did. They knew because they were following him,
yep.
right? Why didn't they just pick him up in town? Because he went to town all the time. They knew that. Why didn't they just pick him up in town? Why did they have to raid They could have picked him up in town and then raided, because then nothing would have gone on. So why didn't they just pick him up in town?
No,
seems easier than traipsing across a big open field.
I don't know.
There's all kinds of crazy shit, man.
No, if you look too deep into stuff, our government's not innocent on anything, and I'm not naive enough to say they're not. But
are you kidding? Now they're saying that 6-foot rule was made up. That they admitted masks.
Oh yeah, he made all that up off his ass.
Yeah. So, and they sold that
He
to the
needs to be
American people.
tried as a war criminal.
I agree.
How many people did he kill? Now, I'm not saying because of COVID. I'm saying how many people committed suicide because of him?
Yeah, yeah, because they went crazy. I mean, think of the mental damage it put on kids that weren't allowed to go to school.
That's one thing that they keep talking about. It's like all this issue, a lot of these issues are because with kids right now are because of COVID. Granted, from what Kimberly said, it's getting better, but like there's that certain like grade levels that are like an issue.
Yeah, I mean, kids, they miss their high school graduation, they miss their college graduation, they miss prom. You know what I mean? I
Eh.
mean, they missed a lot of stuff for no reason. Think about it.
When the
They took the
lockdowns first
basketball
happened,
goals down at Foster Park.
think about it this way: you couldn't be outside at the park. You couldn't be outside, even though being outside was like being outside safe because the wind blows it away or whatever. You couldn't be outside at the park. You couldn't be at the beach. You had to have a mask on all the stupid time.
You can't trust our government.
Oh, and natural immunity isn't safe.
Although you
The,
know what,
the
there is, but there's video of Fauci like 20 years ago saying that the best, the best
and you know
vaccine
what?
is your own immunity.
If he showed, if granted, I used to want to be a doctor. So if there was medical evidence where the science changed, I can believe it. But they never showed any science where it changed from natural immunity compared to the shot was better or whatever, whichever. They never showed the change.
No. And then they were talking about. I remember posting something on Facebook, and I got a lot of shit for it. Like people were mad at me because I was like, in Indiana, like I did cases, deaths, and population, right? And
Mhm.
it was like less than 1%. Why are we shutting the state down for less than 1% of deaths? Which it really was.
Well, wasn't it like if they put you on the ventilator, it was basically a death sentence because the
Yes,
ventilator would kill you.
yes, that is true.
And those were
And
built there in Kokomo.
well, it was built all over, but yeah, it was built in Kokomo too. But yeah, it was a total sham. It was a complete, and it was all about. That was the test
It was all
for.
about the election.
It's about that because it's set up for mail-in voting.
Yep. And nothing's been the same.
It's all it's plus it's I think it's all set up to see how much people will comply without doing. People were too dumb to do their research. I did research and I caught shit from so many people, dude. I'm not
Yeah.
lying. Like people were mad at me because I kind of bucked the system because I just wanted to know more. Why is everybody? I'm not saying why is everybody like me, but like I want to know more. I want to hear I want to see the evidence. Don't tell me because old people are dying because we could have a flu outbreak and have old people dying. We could have a pneumonia outbreak and have
What
people
happened to the
die.
flu? Why was there like zero
No
to
flu
none
deaths.
flu deaths that year? Why was everything COVID?
It was just a big. We've just been. Now we know, and now good luck getting people to comply again. What happens if it happens again and it really needs to happen?
See, that's what worries me is because I am so like I was I you know what I kind of was like one of those people like well, you know what I'll wear a mask for 2 weeks. I'll comply. But now it's like if I get told to do it again, I'm like, is
It
it really
happens.
that bad?
It happens in Florida all the time with the hurricanes.
Oh yeah, they say it's going to be like an uh category 5 and it's not that bad, so no one leaves. Then
Or it
the next one's
moves.
worse.
Yeah, or it moves away from the coast, or they say it's going to be a direct hit. People get ready, and then it fizzles out, or it changes direction, and people get tired of it. So yeah, and then the next big one comes, and people are like, yeah, it'll go away, and the other ones did, and it hits. So that's why you can't be doing stupid stuff like that. But What am I? But a guy with anxiety, lonesome issues, and a podcast. You know what I mean?
You know what? If I die, I die.
That's the way I felt. People hated that take too. I'm like, if it's my time, it's my time. I'm not gonna run around licking door handles. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I don't know. Maybe I'll go lick some door handles. See what happens.
I'm not out licking door handles and toilet seats. I'm just saying. But anyway.
On to non-conspiracy news. I don't know why we got onto that, but we're 25 minutes into the podcast. I want to talk. So I finally watched Hawkeye. I don't know if anybody saw, but I released my tier list of Marvel stuff.
Oh God, that is too big.
Yeah, there was way too much stuff, and I kind of got lost interest towards the end. I was just trying to finish it, and I wasn't being as serious towards the end. Granted, anything at the very top deserved to be up there. So hold on, let me pull it up.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I wish.
I'm watching The Office, so.
So I got both Deadpool, Spider-Man, the animated one, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers Endgame, What If, Falcon. I put Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I did not mean to put Falcon and the Winter Soldier in S tier. Then the latest Spider-Man movie, and then the original Avengers. So all of them except for Falcon and the Winter Soldier deserve to be up there. I don't know why I put Falcon and the Winter. I know why I put Falcon and the Winter Soldier up there. I thought it was the second Captain America Winter Soldier. I thought that was the second that movie. I got those mixed up. I probably mixed them up. I don't know where I put that one then. But I think Captain America Winter Soldier should be S tier. My bad. But I finally watched Hawkeye, the show. That show wasn't half bad. I really did enjoy it. It was kind of Mickey Mouse, as in it was kind of cheesy, but I really did enjoy it. It was fun.
Okay.
I'm going back. I'm going back and giving stuff a second chance in Marvel. Granted, some things are not really worth the second chance. They find how they did the Netflix series Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. You know how they did those for Netflix a while back? Well,
yes.
they finally put them on Netflix, and some like Hawkeye really connects into Daredevil. Like they have Kingpin, who is the big villain of Daredevil and Spider-Man. They have him in the show. He's like the big bad. So it's like they're doing the whole thing where you got to watch stuff that like maybe a lot of people haven't watched, like the Netflix series. And Kimberly was like, "Who's this guy?" I'm like, "Well," and I had to like pause it and like explain who Kingpin was because she didn't know who Kingpin was, and I had to sit there and explain it to her. Which I'm not complaining. I had to explain it to her. I'm just complaining because how far in on shit are we for Marvel, and like you can't be like bringing people in who like nobody will know of like the current fan base.
Well, it's just the last 5 years it's gotten really shitty. So
You're right.
except for the Sony movies.
You're right. The Spider-Man movie ones are good,
and so is
really Shang-Chi was good. I liked Shang-Chi just maybe more because it was a kung fu movie than anything else.
Venom. The Venom movies were good. That's it. And Deadpool.
Deadpool. I can't wait for the new Deadpool movie. I really am super excited. I want the popcorn bucket.
Did you see that? It looks awesome, don't it?
Yes. I can't wait. There's not much Marvel stuff I'm looking forward to other than like Daredevil.
So did you? That's all you've been watching is Marvel stuff?
Yeah, I've been kind of rewatching certain things, giving them second chances. I'm getting ready to watch like the Thor: Love and Thunder and
Love and Thunder. Is that the wait? Which one's that one?
That's the new one. The new
Oh,
Thor
that's
movie.
shitty. Oh, that's
Yeah,
terrible.
I'm about
What
to
a
give
piece of
also
garbage.
the Multiverse of Madness, the Doctor Strange one. I'm about to watch that one again.
Ragnarok was the best one.
Ragnarok is S tier. That is top tier Marvel for me.
Yeah.
But no, some stuff like I gave certain things a second chance. I liked them better the second time, and after my hopes and dreams have been killed it a little bit, I liked them better the second time. But
I'm just
that's how anything is. So
lots of shitty movies. I watched a lot of movies. I watched 1, 2, 3. I watched 5 movies this weekend.
what were they?
So one, this is a notbuster that I didn't expect to be a notbuster. It's called The New World.
What's it about?
Came out in 2005.
America?
Yeah, the story of English exploration of Virginia and the changing world and loves of Pocahontas. It was horrible. It was boring as hell. It's got Colin Farrell in it. Christian Bale, Christopher Plummer.
What?
Huh? Yeah.
That's an all-star cast.
It does. But it's boring. The story of the English exploration of Virginia and the changing world and loves of Pocahontas. I thought there was going to be like more fighting with Indians and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just about Pocahontas and love. It's not good. I didn't like it. I'm not against love stories, but it just wasn't. It just drug. It's a draggy movie. So don't watch it. I watched the original Mad Max from 1979 with Mel Gibson. Because the whole Mad Max series is on Max, so I'm going to watch them all.
I watched the latest one again with what's his name and what's her name?
Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron.
I liked it. That's a really good movie still.
So, but I watched the first Mad Max, and that was really good. It's only an hour and a half. It's not horrible. Plus the cars are cool in it. I did watch that. Those were the. And then I watched Nightmare Weekend.
What's that about?
A female scientist performs experiments on 3 college girls that turn them into drooling, murderous mutants. Wait, did I watch this? Yes, I did. This is the one that was filmed in Ocala, Florida, where I used to live. Yes. And it's funny because it's got Dale Midkiff in it. He was in the first Pet Cemetery, the original Pet Cemetery. That's how I know Dale Midkiff. But it was filmed in Ocala. They filmed it at the college and at this horrible restaurant I never ate at out on Highway 40 called the Stage Stop Inn. That should warn you, right? Anything Stage Stoppy.
That sounds like a I'm going to go there and either die of being murdered or die of diarrhea.
Right. Yeah. Dysentery. And so it is, there was a puppet involved. Like this guy had a computer and he had a computer program and his daughter had, she could control people through the computer and there was a puppet.
Sounds like a great movie so far. Keep going.
The entire cast had their voices dubbed in post-production.
Why?
So not one voice in the movie. It's really, 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 really bad. But it came out in 19. It's confusing because I'm like, what are we controlling? How does this even happening? They really don't explain stuff very well. It came out in 1986. So this came out, so it was made 5 years before I moved to Florida. But I did see you could buy a Wild Waters pass. They used to have a water park at Silver Springs called Wild Waters.
Mm-hmm.
And you could buy a summer pass. And you could see that on the billboard in the background. But I watched Nightmare Weekend.
The movie while you were there?
No, I wasn't there when that happened. Then I watched one called Killer Workout. 2 years.
Killer
It came out in 1987. Killer Workout.
Oh gosh.
A young woman named Valerie was burned after entering a tanning salon. Now her twin sister Rhonda runs a local gym where all of a sudden people are being murdered.
Oh my goodness.
But spoiler alert, she doesn't have her twin sister. Rhonda is actually Valerie. So that was a bad movie. That was only an hour and 25 minutes. Thank God for Freevee, because these movies are terrible.
Let me ask
They're
you this:
just
when you watch these notbusters, do you enjoy it?
they're comical when they're not supposed to be. They're not hard to watch. It's not like sitting down. It's harder to watch a movie you think is going to be good and it's horrible.
Yep.
I already know how bad this movie is going to be just based off of the premise. And that it came out in the 80s and the pictures from it. It was actually called, so when you watch it, right, it's called Killer Workout, but when you watch it, it is called Aerobicide. Like homicide, except aerobicide. Get it?
Oh my god!
Aerobicide. The workout will kill you.
I
And
think
that's
that
what
gave me a migraine.
killer workout. This workout will kill you. So I watched those. And then I watched on Sunday a movie that doesn't get enough love, and it should. Uncut Gems.
I've only ever heard good things about that movie.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
why
This
it doesn't
movie
get any
is
love.
so freaking good. Adam Sandler. He plays like a jeweler with a
Yeah.
gambling problem in New York.
During isn't it like the Celtics championship run?
Yes. Yes. It is so. I forgot how good it was. I saw it at the movies. If you've never seen it before, it's tense as hell. Like it keeps you all tensed up the whole movie. But I enjoyed it more the second time because I knew how it ends and I knew what to expect. But oh my God, of all the Sandler movies, I mean, everybody's going to love, sure, they're going to love, you know, Grown Ups and
Happy
Happy
Gilmore.
Gilmore and Waterboy and Billy Madison. But like he's done other stuff. You know what I mean? He's done dramatic stuff. How is he not getting love for this movie? It is so good. He is so good in that movie.
I think he gets love. I don't think it's just not a lot.
I think it's because it's Sandler. But he's such a creepy sleazebag in this movie. He is. He plays a creepy sleazebag. It is so good, though. So I would highly recommend. It's on HBO as well. But I watched all of those movies this weekend because that's what happened when the IndyCar race starts at 12:30 in the afternoon, and you can get shitty movies in the afternoon.
That's what happens if you have nothing to do.
Well, I'm trying to save money. Try not to spend it. I've
Exactly.
got.
The best way to save money is to not go out.
That's exactly right. And well, I mean, like August is like packed. Okay, so like July, we're going to see Limp Bizkit, right? So between
Yes.
August and 10 days from the 6th to the 16th, I have 2 concerts and 2 weddings. So I've got Slipknot on the 6th, a wedding on the 10th or something like that, Metallica on the 11th, and then Mikey's getting married on the 16th.
Mikey's getting married.
Yeah, the big dumbass. Can you believe it? Why would anybody get married? Yeah, which I put in time off, a half day for yesterday. I'll work till 11:15 because why not? Might as well work half a day. But yeah, so I've got all that in August. Then the end of August, I want to go to the U.S. Nationals, like qualifying. I've never been to drag races. And then
Where?
Raceway Park.
Oh, okay.
And then and I've got Rob Zombie and uh, Alice Cooper on the 31st. So I've got August is packed. And then we'll have to do some kind of haunted house come October for sure. So
I've actually never done a haunted house.
well, we did Headless Horseman last year. which was fun. We did enjoy that. She
I
wanted
really want to go to Disney during Halloween.
It's fun. Go to the Not So Scary Halloween party.
I really want to go to it. It looks fun.
It is fun. It is a lot of fun because they close the park down. Only so many people can go, and you get free candy.
Ooh. And then I also want to do Universal's Halloween stuff.
That's a lot of fun. I miss going to that. But yeah, they give out free candy at Disney, and I ain't talking about like that pack of mixed garbage, with like the cheesy jawbreakers and stuff like that.
You
Like they
actually
give
get
away,
one good one.
they get good stuff like Disney does. Like they give away like mini Snickers and Three Musketeers and M&M packs. The fun packs.
Yeah.
That's the kind of candy they give away at Disney. People dress up in costumes, like their whole families would dress up. When we went, we took the kids, and only the kids dressed up. I wish we should have dressed up as a family. But it is so much fun. And the Christmas, don't sleep on Mickey's Christmas party though.
Oh no, I want to go to all of like their big celebrations. I
Because
did.
they have
Easter was really fun actually.
at the Christmas party, they give out cookies, right? You get free
Cookies.
cookies, hot apple cider, or hot chocolate. Is
You
what
get to
they give
pick.
away. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and the parade's really good. Actually, the parade at the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party is good too. The headless horseman comes riding through, and he's holding his head up the pumpkin head.
Spoilers.
It is really cool. Everybody knows that.
I
Doing
didn't.
it for years,
That's
and
new. Thanks,
these guys come through with
Chris.
shovels, right? And they're playing this music, and they beat their shovels onto the street, and sparks go off to the beat of the song. It's really cool. I highly recommend it. I do. I want to go back. I want to do that again. Me and Josie have always talked about that. I'm like, if I get a better job, we'll go to Disney.
Apply for Chrysler. Give you one of them. Work for you know who.
Maybe I should go work on this line.
Annoy the crap out of him. Don't do any work, and he knows he can't fire you.
God, that's got to be the most helpless freaking feeling in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Literally not doing work, but you can't fire them because the union.
I don't know if I could work in that environment. Like, me, I want to get shit done.
See, that's my problem. I feel like I'd get in trouble with other people because I'm doing too much work.
Oh, I would.
Sorry,
I
I
know.
want to work my job.
I mean, that's what made Lowe's so fun, was because we just went out there and got after it and got our work done. But we were all together.
You know
And
this crazy thing? If you actually work, the day goes pretty fast.
it did. Dude, those days flew by. I liked working at Lowe's, and I liked going to work because my friends were there. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't see Barron so much because he was in pain, but Derek was in our department, and there was like two or three other guys, and we just went in there and worked our butts off all day long, got work done, and it was fun. You goofed off while you worked, kind of situation. But I enjoyed that. That was fun. That's the kind of job I want. And those are hard to find. I ain't found one of those. The last time I had a job like that was at ABC Supply, my first round, and that ended in '07. So there was like 8 years between finding fun jobs like that.
I really enjoyed the trolley while I was there. I really wish I never left. Granted, I didn't like some of the politics and the drama, but other
Yeah,
than
that was a
that,
good. Honestly, yeah, working for the city there was some good people there, and I loved the people in the office. And I miss those ladies all the time.
a lot of the drivers I miss.
So now with you, there's barely anybody left.
Oh, I know. Last time I was there, or last time I saw, there was like probably 5 people I know, if even that.
Yeah, there's a few of the Spirit Bus drivers are left, two or three, and then couple of the trolley drivers, but other than that, it's just a free for all. So, yeah, but man, that was fun.
Oh yeah, I think there's only 2 trolley drivers left. I think it's Dave and Beth that are left from when we were there.
Oh no, Jeff is still there.
Jeff, I thought he left again.
Oh, I don't think so. I saw him not too long ago.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't. I think Jeff's there till.
He's there forever.
Yeah, he left, but I think his problem is he can't.
No, health-wise, he can't.
I was gonna say health-wise, he can't leave that place.
Yeah,
because they'll deal with it. Other places can't deal with it.
Well, no. Well, I mean, it's because there's more to just. There's more than
driving in a circle all day.
You almost got to be a union truck driver to just drive all day. Now, my ex-father-in-law, when he lived in Florida, he drove a dump truck, right? And he would go to places and just dump dirt, and he would sit in his truck and just wait all night for them to say, "You need to dump the dirt here." And that was it. That was his job. He helped build.
I thought about doing a dump truck job, but a lot of them are like you have to be able to shovel your dirt too.
He did the Brer Rabbit. He helped take stuff to the Brer Rabbit ride at Disney World.
The what?
The Brer Rabbit ride.
What's that? I don't know that ride.
The water ride at Disney World.
The one they're remaking in Tiana.
Yes, that one. Yeah, he helped take stuff to that job site.
Really?
Construction stuff. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But he did that, and then when he moved to Connecticut, he drove. He did the same thing. But when you're on that, and that's all union, especially up in Connecticut, you have to be on call in the wintertime to plow the roads.
Yeah.
Which is like that in Indiana too, if you work for.
Oh yeah, I applied for the county and the state, or I was going to apply until I saw it was like, hey, when it's snowing, you gotta be ready to get a call to get to the garage in 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. Well, the city here was just hiring for a truck driver.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I wasn't married, I probably would do it, but I'd hate to get called at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, but how often does that happen here? Maybe
not that often.
2 or 3 times a year, if that.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had a horrible winter in 10 years.
Well, not a horrible winter, but remember that bad snow when we were both driving for Kokomo?
The one where you went to work and I came home?
Yeah, because, I was dumb and made it to the garage.
Well, I made it to the garage, but I came home. I'm like, forget this. All my jobs were getting canceled. Jan's like, you go home if you want. I'm like, okay. I'm glad I did because it got worse and worse out.
Oh, it did. But once the trolley starts running, it can't stop until the end of the day, federal law or something like that.
We were the only county that was not red. Yeah. Every county around us
was. It was only because of what's it called?
They always say because it's Chrysler.
Yeah, because Chrysler, if they turned red, they just shut the factory down.
But how many people live in Miami County and Tipton County? They can't get to work because they're red. It's red. They can't be out.
Yep.
And those people are going to eat that for whatever it's worth. Because I sure would.
Oh, yeah, well, hey, you need to get to work. Kokomo's fine. Yeah, but I'm not.
I can't.
You live right on the county line. Yeah, but I'm red.
Those roads were horrible for like 3 days after that.
Oh,
that was the only storm we got, though, too. So it probably wouldn't be so bad. But I don't want to be out in the summertime and patching potholes. And I don't do that stuff.
Well, what do? You sit there and watch the new guy do it.
But what if you're the new guy?
Well, then you're SOL because you'd be the new guy, at least for a year.
That's hard-ass work. Danielle was telling me about it. I mean, she don't mind it, but...
I forgot about her.
It's not just sitting in a truck and doing stuff. That's the 30-year people, So
Oh yeah, like half the bus drivers that went there thinking that's all it would be.
yeah.
When when you told me about that, I laughed about the ones that went there.
One of them came back. One or two of them came back. The other one, I think, is just still there. I don't know.
Carol?
I don't know. Yeah. I haven't
ruined
seen
that
anyone.
place.
She did. She went to that stupid reunion. I mean, if you're pro union, good for you. But that didn't really do any good for. Well, we didn't need one.
There are certain we've talked about before. Certain places need unions. They didn't.
I think if your job is dangerous, then you need a union.
How about this? Just don't cause trouble.
But well, yeah, that's it. One, don't cause trouble. But two, you have some of these jobs, and Chrysler's like notorious for it, and I think other ones are too. I think it's that way at Stellite or whatever it's called now, Haynes or whatever it is. Now it's something else. Where these people get jobs and they drive forklifts, and that's all they do is drive a forklift. And hey, can you help me? That's not my job. I drive a forklift. So they drive
and it's
a forklift.
Literally like picking something up.
Yeah, I mean, we argued at Lowe's. We argued whoever drove forklift, because driving forklift's fun. But some I would like concede. I'd be like, no, go ahead. I don't care. I don't want to do it. It's too much. I don't want to do it. I could. I did a lot, but we kind of traded off. But yeah, some of these guys. Yeah, can you help me? Nope, that's not my job. You do it. I'm the forklift driver. I only drive the forklift. If you make me do that, then I can go to the union steward and complain.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the guy's looking for help and he can't find any because they've all called in sick, or you know what I mean? That's exactly what's happened. So.
Oh well.
Oh well. And here we are at 7:49, Chris. Almost an hour into our podcast, and we're the only two here.
Oh well. It happens.
I should have put money on it. What's the line? What's
I
the
don't know.
line?
I'm not an odds maker. But I think this is a good spot to stop it. We've been
really quick. I do want to point out. So Caitlin Clark's getting beat up like hell.
Oh, I did want to bring that up. There's like a bounty on her head. There's got to be a bounty on her head because they are like beating the shit out of her.
Because how petty is that?
She is the reason people are watching your games now.
But you got to notice. I noticed one thing. So like she got leveled, right? The game the other day, right? Where were her teammates?
They didn't come to her. Any other player, they would have been there to help her
and help pick her up.
Not one. She bounced up herself.
No. There was one that was over, but she took her time to help come and pick her up. Where is the rest of her team ready to fight that other person that knocked her to the ground?
Yeah.
They were nowhere. Is that jealousy and cattiness and is that I hate to say it, but
it's women's sports, and that's all you gotta say.
It is a female thing that females do that. They get jealous, if two girls if a girl walks into a party and sees a girl wearing the same outfit, she's pissed. If a guy walks into a party and sees a guy wearing the same shirt, they're twins and best friends for the rest of their lives.
Say that again.
That's just a fact. That is a fact. That happens. So the pettiness and cattiness has flooded the WNBA because nobody likes her.
And I don't, because you know why? And I don't, I'm gonna sound really bad.
She got a $20 million Nike deal.
No. The two people that listen to our podcast, I'm sorry, but it's because three reasons. She's a rookie, she's white, and she's straight.
And she's making $20 million a a year from.
and she's making $20 million. But you know what? How about you guys, put yourselves out there and do
Why
it?
Why don't you champion her? Like, good for
Yeah,
you.
she is the reason She is the reason that the WNBA is getting, finally getting chartered flights.
Yeah, that's the reason people are watching. When the newness wears off, and people quit watching, then you have yourselves to blame.
Yeah, you have to go play in Russia again to make money, even though they're making $70,000 a year, complaining about not having money. I would be ecstatic to make $70,000.
No, they don't make that much. They only make $40,000 a year, don't they?
No, hold on.
But
I'll look it up.
I think it's only $40,000 a year, but they get a car and housing.
Average WNBA salary is $102,000 a year.
That's pretty doggone good.
Yep.
What's league minimum?
League minimum is $64,000 a year.
That's still pretty good. You can't live off. You can't buy a house with that. Well, you might be able to buy a house for that.
How much
but
is that
you
hour?
do get free rent. You get room.
That's $30 an hour.
That's pretty good. And they only play 2 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Right?
Granted, the other times, when you're not working, you're spending more money. So, granted, that's,
But you don't have a house. You don't have a mortgage unless you buy a house.
Yeah.
They give you an apartment. They give you an automobile.
I don't know. A lot of these players are going to run Caitlin Clark out of the league, and then they're going to, the WNBA is going to fall apart because the NBA is going to get a bit tired of subsidizing it.
Yeah. I'm surprised it's lasted this long, honestly.
Well, I'm also, but I think it's to the point where, I think it's to the point now where it's too big to fail. If it fails, it'll be a problem.
It is failing. It fails every year, but they can't not do it because it'll be an anti-feminine movement. Is why. This is because it has nothing to do with business sense. Business sense, they shouldn't have it. It doesn't make business sense. But
it doesn't make business sense that they've lost money every single year, but yet they're still, around for after however long.
Right. Yeah. They can't get rid of it now because it would just blow up. Every woman would protest the NBA. I would think for not having it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I was in the NBA and I saw that I was bleeding money out the ass, I probably wouldn't have it either. But that's just me.
But they also make, they make $9 billion a year or however much, but they're only spending, losing $50 million on this league,
right?
Because of how little they have to pay them,
right? And that's why they have.
It all comes back to, if you want these players to make more money, watch the games, buy the merch, go to the games.
That's right.
And until you do that, then don't talk to me.
It's the bandwagon camps are already showing up at WNBA games.
The bandwagon camp's already probably checking out because the Pacers or the Fever have what?
They are. They're doing. That's what they said. They've already shown up at WNBA games because people are showing up with like Iowa jerseys and Fever shirts and jerseys, and which I love bandwagon cam. I think it's the best. Ain't nobody wearing Indiana Fever stuff outside of Indiana. Come on,
I thought about buying a Fever shirt, just to help out a little bit, but at the same time, I don't care.
That's okay. I'm not going to go to a game. I'm not, But in my defense,
you don't go to NBA games.
I don't really go to that many. If I haven't been to an NBA game in 3 years. I don't run out to the Kokomo Speedway every weekend to watch racing, although I love auto racing. So, it's nothing's changed. I'm not going to just, I'm going to suddenly decide.
Monty, calm down.
I'm not going to go to a game. I don't go to Indy Fuel games, and I love hockey. So,
yeah, I'm not the fan they're looking for. I barely go to games for anything. Like if somebody offers me a ticket, I'll probably go. But until somebody gives me a ticket as a gift, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy a ticket to a Fever game.
No.
Granted, Kimberly and I are going to Cincinnati here in a couple weeks, and I'm buying a ticket to the. We're buying tickets to the Cincinnati Reds and the Red Sox game because we feel like it.
That's my team, Mr. Red Sox.
I know, but I'm. It's like anything. It's $38 for like front row seats in the outfield. Of course, I'm going to do it.
But let me
Pretty
see
cheap.
what day is the game? Just curious.
The 23rd
Of June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Oh, replica jersey day is that
Yeah,
day.
we're
I
going
thought
to the
about
replica
going to that
jersey
game.
day.
Yeah, they have
Well,
tickets.
we're not going with you. If you go and show up, that's one thing. But if we're not, we're not
I
going
am
with you.
not.
That's
No,
our
I would.
that's
If
our
I'm going to go see
anniversary.
the Red Sox, I'm going to go pay. I'm sitting in the lower level. You can get good seats cheap.
Well, that's
though.
what we're doing. We're sitting the lower level in the outfield.
You could sit behind the dugout for $72 on TickPix.
Oh, I know. But I like to sit in the outfield to catch a home run.
But I would probably sit like there's some on the third base line for $63. But
Oh no, there's a lot of good
I'm not
tickets out
going
there.
to go. But I thought about either them or Chicago because I had never been to the ballpark up there where the White Sox play.
Speaking of the White Sox and the Cubs have like the same record right now, like only like 2 or 3 games or something like that.
No.
Yeah, hold on. What's the
that
Cubs
bad?
record? Yeah, the Cubs suck.
Seriously?
I wish
The
Mikey was here.
Red Sox ain't much better.
The Cubs are 29-31.
Well, it's not horrible.
The White Sox are 15-45.
That's terrible. Yeah, Boston's 30-30. 2.5. But they're only 2.5 games back. How are you 2.5 games back? No, they're 11.5 games back. Ugh, that's awful. Freaking Yankees.
By the looks of it, there's not a lot of good teams this year.
Or the Reds, 27-33. They're 9 games back. Miami is already almost 21 games back.
I don't pay attention to the baseball until after the
All-Star break.
After the All-Star break, because I don't care. There's just so many damn games, and like teams have been in the last place and come around and won the World Series.
Well, my issue is it's not now they instant replay everything, and umpiring is terrible, and it's just not.
Yeah. I don't know. Angel Hernandez retired, so that's one thing.
I saw that. That's a bonus. But I don't want robot umpires either because I think it would ruin baseball.
I think robot anything will ruin. Robot refs and anything would ruin.
Oh yeah, I hate instant replay for everything. I hate it in basketball, and I hate it in baseball. It doesn't belong in either one. So, just my opinion.
Anyways, we'll leave it there with Chris's opinion. Thank you for listening to another episode of Herd Your Nerds podcast. You got Chris, and that's it this time. You can catch us at Who's Your Nerds on Facebook, Pod Nerds on Twitter, Facebook. You can watch and listen to us at YouTube and your favorite podcasting sites: TuneIn, iTunes, Spotify, and Amazon.
There you go.
And if
You'll
you don't
never have
know,
to wonder who's your nerds guy star. That's us.
Apparently, that's us. And where's the button? Uh-oh.